What is going on, guys? I'm back with another video here to break down Clemson's 30-3 win over Notre Dame in tonight's first college football playoff game. Now, I'm not going to take too long doing this video. Alabama and Oklahoma are late in the first quarter. Alabama is already up by 3 touchdowns, so it is not looking good for Oklahoma. And hopefully we do not end up with 2 complete blowouts, but that is how it's looking. 21-0 Alabama, minute 33 to play in the first quarter. So I'm going to jump into some numbers for the Notre Dame-Clemson game. Nothing went right for Notre Dame tonight. This is about what I expected. Notre Dame is a good team, and credit to them for going 12-0, but they are not a top 4 team, and they are not close to the talent level that Clemson is. Ian Book on the night, 17 for 34. He completed just 50% of his passes, 160 yards, 0 touchdowns, obviously, 1 interception, and 1 fumble. Their leading rusher, Dexter Williams, 16 carries for 54 yards, just 3.4 yards a carry. And Ian Book did rush the ball 17 times for 30 yards. Their leading receiver, Miles Boykin, 5 carries, 69 yards. He had that one big 23-yard catch, and that was the longest play for Notre Dame on the day. So on the Clemson side, Trevor Lawrence had a fantastic game, 27 of 39, 327, 3 touchdowns. Most of it went to Justin Ross, who had a huge game. He was balling. 6 catches, 148 yards, 2 touchdowns. 5 of those catches came in the first half for 137 yards and 2 touchdowns. T. Higgins had 4 catches, 53 yards, and a spectacular one-handed catch in the back of the end zone where he kind of bobbled it, got his feet down. That was a great catch. And Hunter Renfrow, 4 catches for 62 yards. He's kind of their Julian Edelman, Mr. Reliable, their third down guy, so he had a good game as well. Their leading rusher, Travis Etienne, or however you pronounce his name, 14 carries, 109 yards, and a touchdown. He did set the single-season rushing record for Clemson on his big touchdown run. I think it was a little over 1,500 yards, so congratulations to him for setting that record. Starting at the beginning of the game, both teams went 3 and out. Notre Dame got the ball back on the 50 for their second possession, and Ian Book made his first mistake of the game, fumbling on the 50-yard line to start the drive. Clemson would get the ball back, go up by 3-0 on a field goal. Notre Dame on their next drive would tie it up 3-3, set up by a pass interference. This is where it got a little crazy on the ensuing kickoff. Darion Kendrick fumbled the ball for Clemson. It looked like Notre Dame was going to get the ball inside the 10-yard line. They went to review. The ball was out of bounds. There was a little controversy on whether the tip was actually touching out of bounds. I don't know. I think they made the right call there. I could see how Notre Dame fans might have a little bit of a case there, but I think they made the right call. Clemson would go 3 and out on their next drive. Notre Dame on their third drive would go for it on 4th and 2. The pass was incomplete. That's when Clemson would get the ball on their own 35, and Trevor Lawrence would connect with Justin Ross for a 52-yard touchdown, making it 9-3. Clemson would miss the extra point on that, and from there, Ian Book was just off target, couldn't hit his receivers. He was really just terrible all game, to be honest. I know he had a good year, but he looked terrible. Notre Dame is not a top 4 team. I said this for the last month. I think most people knew they weren't a top 4 team. They went 12-0, so congratulations to them for that. They are a good team. I would compare them really to like Penn State. They're a top 10 team, but they're definitely not top 4. If you put them on a field with Georgia, Oklahoma, Ohio State, I think they would get blown out. I think even a team like LSU, I think, would beat Notre Dame. But again, I'm not trying to make Notre Dame fans mad. You guys had a great year. Hopefully you guys can build from this. Hopefully losing 30-3 in the playoff does not hurt you guys going forward like it did Ohio State. Trust me, I've been there. We lost 31-0 to Clemson in 2016 in the year that we shouldn't have been in. That was the year we were kind of rebuilding. We lost Zeke, Bosa, and all them. And the year before, 2015, I believe we were the best team in the country. We lost a fluke game to Michigan State at the end of the year and got left out. So we just got in the wrong year, but I feel like that's been held against us since then. Obviously, the blowout losses to Iowa and Purdue, it's our own fault. But the committee is definitely scared to put Ohio State back in after losing 31-0. So Trevor Lawrence connected with Justin Ross on that 52-yard touchdown, and they were not done connecting the rest of the game. Trevor Lawrence hit Justin Ross on another 35-yard pass. That set up a field goal. Trevor Lawrence would then hit Justin Ross again, this time over the middle for a 42 yards. This was a touchdown, 42-yard touchdown. This gave Clemson a 16-3 lead. And at that point, late in the second quarter, Justin Ross already had 5 catches, 137 yards, and 2 touchdowns, so he balled out. He was my player of the game. Trevor Lawrence, he gets a game ball too. He had a fantastic game. But Justin Ross was really the game changer there in the second quarter. Clemson would then score again before half. The T. Higdon catch, which was a great catch. And then really the second half, there wasn't much action. Clemson would score 1 touchdown. But other than that, I think they just wanted to get out of there healthy. Some of the starters got pulled for both games. So really not a lot to break down in the second half of that game. But I think this is something for the college football committee to look at. Is it about the best 4 teams? Is it about who has the best resume? Every year it kind of changes. It used to be what's your best wins, what's your upside. This year they said what's your downside, what are you at your worst. Well, I think they just saw Notre Dame at their worst. So I don't know if that changes anything going forward. Probably not. I think we're going to get 8 teams soon in the playoff. I would love that. I know a lot of other people are against that. But yeah, in the end, it was just a blowout for Clemson. They looked impressive. Clemson will go to the national championship for the 3rd time in 4 years. From the looks of this Alabama-Oklahoma game, it will be Alabama and Clemson for the 3rd time in 4 years. I know a lot of people probably get sick of seeing the same teams. I'm actually looking forward to seeing that game. Who knows, though? Maybe Oklahoma can make a run here. They do have a great offense, but it is not looking good, down 21-0. So I'm going to wrap up this video here. Tomorrow I will be doing an NFL edition for the playoff seedings. Talking about who's seeded where, who's playing who I think should win the MVP, maybe some playoff predictions, so look out for that video tomorrow. If the Alabama-Oklahoma game gets close and it's actually a decent game, I might do a recap on it, but if it stays like this and it's a blowout, I'm not even going to bother with it. I was hoping the Clemson-Notre Dame game would be a little bit closer so I could go a little more in-depth and point out some big plays, but it didn't happen like that, especially the second half. So, yeah, look out for the NFL talk tomorrow. Like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys later. Thank you.